live. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Jay coming back and give another stream. Today is August 9th, 2023. Before we get started, make sure you guys hit that like, that thumbs up button. It is much appreciated. I do thank you all for the support and rocking with us tonight. Also, subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications by clicking that bell so you don't miss a stream or content. I want to basically get into a topic tonight. And maybe this can help you, help your friends, whoever's listening, or even myself. I like to hear me talk sometimes because I would like to think I make sense. But this is very important. I think this is very important for a lot of people. I think we all go through things in life, and the people that we surround ourselves with is what determines how great we are. I titled this stream Winners because I surround myself with winners. I don't like to put myself in situations that I'm surrounded by negative or toxic people. I don't like to surround myself with people who aren't going anywhere. And I definitely don't like to surround myself with confused people who have no direction in life and who can't figure out what they even want to do with their life. I think this is very, very, very important for anyone who's listening. Be a winner. Be a leader. Be the person that is going to take everyone out of the realm of that they're in if they're not going the right direction. Because the bottom line is this. If you're not understanding the direction that you want to go in, if you don't have a plan, if you're not attempting to execute, then you're not going to be a winner, right? We love sports. What's sports all about? It's about winning. We understand there's some losses. We understand that there's losers in the game, but we're not losers. We are winners. And hopefully you can find the empowerment and you yourself can learn how to become a winner by having the ambition, the motivation to be that person. So shout out to you guys. All right, let's get into it. We got a great show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited to be rocking with you guys. Football is tomorrow. We are back. We got your Texans and your Patriots. We got the Vikings and the Seahawks. Yes, I will be streaming tomorrow, so make sure you lock it in. I'll be starting at 6:30 because the games will be at 7 and 10. So, yes, I will be on full stream mode tomorrow. Football is back. We have 2 preseason games. That's going to be fun, so make sure that you guys are here for that tomorrow. Shout out to Jonas. Says, we are wieners. I did not say that, my friend. But I see what you have on the brain. Get it together. Java says, how long will this be? I don't know. We normally do about an hour. Something like that. We do about an hour. You know, depending on how the vibe goes, we can go longer, whatever it is. But yeah, we got some topics to cover. Mr. Henry RUGGS was sentenced. Kareem Hunt shopping right now, shopping for a team. And then there was an article that was released said that the Buffalo Bills may disappoint. So we're going to read that. We're going to digest it. We'll get into it, all that fun stuff. I skimmed over it just to see what it was about, but, you know, I didn't do the whole breakdown. So I'm going to read it as we go through it, and we'll see what's going on. So make sure you guys smash that like, that thumbs up as we get started. Sheila says Jay couldn't agree more. Yes. Listen, you gotta be a winner. You gotta step outside of the box. You can't let people affect, you know, your mentality and where you're trying to go. You can't let people affect your positive energy. You have to move these people out of your zone. If they are negative, if they're toxic, if they don't want to be happy, they don't want to see you happy, get rid of them. I don't care who it is. I'll say it one more time before we get started. Remove negative and toxic people who are going nowhere from your life. They are only going to drag you down. And that's the bottom line. Shout out to Patty. What's up, yo? All right, let's get into it. Henry RUGGS III, ex-Raiders wide receiver Henry RUGGS III, sentenced 3 to 10 years in fatal DUI. Now, obviously, you guys know the story. He was out in Vegas driving real fast. He ended up killing a young lady and her dog, and she died a very tragic death. Now, there was obviously, him being in trial and going through that situation. It showed that he did show remorse, and it's really unfortunate what happened. So, not only was one life lost, but two lives were lost. This young man's future and career is done, and obviously, three lives were lost. I do apologize. His obviously life is changed, and his future and career is done. The young lady is gone, and of course the dog. So let's get into the story. Former Las Vegas Raiders receiver Henry Ruggs III was sentenced Wednesday to 3 to 10 years in prison for the November 2021 drunken driving crash that killed a Las Vegas woman and her dog. Ruggs could be eligible for parole after 3 years. It pains me to say this, but I think more time is warranted in this situation. It's really crazy because someone like Tory Lanez can get 10 years for shooting someone in the foot, but Henry Ruggs got 3 years for killing a young woman and her dog. What is going on? Told you guys this was going to be a serious show. What is going on in the world where a man can shoot someone in the toe and get 10 years, but another man can kill someone in a drunk driving crash and their dog and get 3 to 10? Let's keep it going. It says Clark County District Court Judge Jennifer Schwartz told Ruggs on Wednesday that it was one of the more tragic cases she has seen. Ruggs, 24, has been under house arrest with alcohol and location electronic monitoring devices since pleading guilty in May to one count of DUI resulting in death and one count of misdemeanor vehicular manslaughter in the crash that killed Tina Tintor and her dog, Max. On Wednesday, Ruggs read from a statement directed at Tintor's family in which he apologized for his actions. To the parents and family of Miss Tintor, I sincerely apologize for the pain and suffering, Ruggs said. Standing between his lawyers in a dark blue suit, Ruggs addressed Schwartz and said he let his family, teammates, and those that believed in me down with his actions. He said that he had searched for answers over the past 21 months since the crash to explain his actions, but said that he offers no excuses and hopes to begin the healing process for himself and others involved. There's no excuse for drunk driving. We don't excuse drunk drivers. And I'm going to be honest with you. Drunk drivers, to me, is, especially when you hurt someone, which and ultimately leads to their death, is one of the most heinous crimes you could do, besides being the other one. And I hope you guys know what I mean when I'm talking about the other one, which, involves children. But that's probably one of the most heinous crimes you can do, being a drunk driver and take somebody's life. It's sad. There's no excuse for it. You know what you did. You know that you drank. You know that you were impaired, and you decided to get behind the wheel. There's no excuse for that. But we'll continue on. Ruggs said that he hopes to raise awareness of the dangers of driving, both impaired and with excessive speed. My actions are not a true reflection of me, Ruggs added. Ruggs had faced 3 to 10 years in Nevada State Prison since May. The Raiders cut Ruggs the day after the crash, as they should have. Wednesday marked the first time Tintor's brother or anyone in her immediate family had spoken publicly about the crash. Tintor came to the United States as a toddler and was the anchor of a family that escaped war-torn Serbia. She helped her father navigate language barriers, babysat her nephew, and was supposed to pick up her dad from work the morning she died. The family has been a fixture at Ruggs' hearing over the past 2 years. Peja Komizic, Tintor's uncle, has been advocating for tougher DUI laws in Nevada. I don't want to go too much further in this because it's absolutely sad. The reality is this: he should have got more time. I don't agree that 3 to 10 is the right sentence. This man chose to drive drunk. He ended up taking somebody's life and their dog, and the sentence was too light. So may the young lady and her dog rest in peace. Moving on. Kareem Hunt is to meet with the Colts after the Saints visit. So obviously you guys know that he met with the Saints. Now he's going to meet with the Colts. Shout out to you, Luta. This could be a good thing for you, Luta. And we'll see. But let's go ahead and get into this video real quick.
I want to make sure that we start by asking you about your new quarterback, Derek Carr. How much has he changed the way that things look on offense for you guys?
I feel like it's a different vibe around the building, just having him behind center and having him as a leader on and off the field. So we're excited for this year. We can't wait to start the year off.
Chris, Dan Orlovsky here. You know how big of a fan I am of your game. Such a great rookie year. Like, what are the one or two things that you've really focused on this offseason to take that next step in year two?
There's a lot of things I worked on. Just trying to get stronger was one of the main points. Gained a couple of pounds this offseason and ready to get to work this year, and playing through the catch was also another one to answer your question.
Chris, the addition of Derek Carr, what is something throughout this offseason that you've found out about him that was a little bit surprising, or that you think he does that we don't give him enough credit for at a high level?
I don't know. I mean, I was really my first time working with him, with a quarterback like that. He's a veteran in the game. I feel like he did a lot of years with the Raiders. I'm excited to work with him. He's a leader on and off the field. He's easy to talk to. We're developing chemistry, and we just continue to develop that during training camp. So I'm excited to work with him.
All right, so I mean that's pretty good. Just to hear Olave excited to work with Derek Carr. You know, I'm excited to see what Carr's going to do with the Saints too. The biggest thing is this: the Saints haven't had a run in a long time since Breeze. If anybody could take them back to somewhat of a glory, would be Derek Carr. So we'll obviously see what happens there. But obviously, Kareem Hunt said that he had a great visit with New Orleans Saints, and he will now meet with the Indianapolis Colts on Wednesday. The source told ESPN's Adam Schefter. Hunt received a call from the Colts before he set foot on the field to work out for the Saints and was offered more money. The source told ESPN's Diana Rossini. The Colts have an immediate need at running back as star Jonathan Taylor, who's currently fighting, and it's a big issue right now with that situation. And the team are in a standoff over a contract extension. Taylor left training camp to rehab an ankle injury off-site, a source told ESPN's Stephen Holder on Tuesday. Hunt and free agent linebacker Anthony Barr met with the Saints Tuesday. The Saints are in the market for running back depth as starter Alvin Kamara is set to serve a 3-game suspension for violating the NFL's personal conduct policy. The Saints have Jamal Williams and rookie Kendre Miller on the roster, but recently placed reserve running back Eno Benjamin on injured reserve with a ruptured Achilles. Now listen, this is like the big thing with like running backs right now. There's issues everywhere. You've got, veteran running backs who may have already had their contract and they're making their money and they're like, man, damn, it's looking real rough out here for running backs, right? They're joining in on the conversation. But then you got these other running backs who are in this situation, just like Kareem Hunt. He can't expect to really get paid. Obviously, he's going to try to get the best or the most money that he can, but he's not going to get paid what he really wants. And even with the issues that Jonathan Taylor having and Alvin Kamara having by being out, they're not going to want to pay as much because they still have those guys under contract, even though obviously Jonathan Taylor's the exception because they're trying to, restructure that. But that's one of the biggest things that is becoming an issue with these running backs, and that's why there's such an issue, even for a veteran like Kareem Hunt. He's going to have a tough decision to make because obviously it does come down to the money, and he's probably going to want to go where the most money is. And if the Colts are offering the most, we may see Mr. Hunt rocking with the Colts or in a Colts uniform, which would be cool. Add to that depth. Shout out to Tennessee Tactical. What's up, man? Been watching on TV. Good evening, Jay. Wrench Gang in the building. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Mortal says we're getting this Saturday to the Bills. That's what's up. And Mortal, I had to get a Bills Mafia game in now. Stop it. You already know. There's going to be plenty of Bears games that I stream. We got a long season. You know that. You know that, my friend. All right. So keeping it going. The Saints linebacker depth has become thin this week as well, with starter Demario Davis currently sidelined with a calf injury. The Saints lost reserve linebacker Andrew Dow for the season after he tore his ACL earlier in camp. Saints coach Dennis Allen said he does not expect Davis' injury to be long-term. We'll monitor him and see how it's going. It's not going to get into any timelines, but again, it's not going to be anything that's really significant, Allen said Sunday. Bar 31 spent the 2022 season with the Dallas Cowboys after 8 seasons with the Minnesota Vikings, a 2014 first-round pick by the Vikings. He started 14 games last season with 58 combined tackles and a sack. He has made 4 Pro Bowls, most recently during the 2018 season. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. It's crazy to think that Hunt was like such an amazing running back with the Chiefs, and then now it's like he's trying to find anywhere that he can go that's going to pay him a decent amount of money so that he can ball. It's crazy what can happen in a matter of 5-6 years. So yeah, shout out to Jobless. What up, yo? Tactical says, Lord, give me a Titans and Bills wildcard game. That'll be crazy. That will be crazy. I'm sure we'll both be on the edge of our seats. All right, what do we got? We got 20 viewers, 13 likes. Make sure you guys smash in that thumbs up. Ladies and gentlemen, it is much, much appreciated. I do thank you all for the support and rocking with us tonight. Remember, guys, the stream is titled Winners, right? We are winners. This is all about winning, becoming a winner, getting through adversity, getting through trials and tribulations, and making sure that you're getting rid of the people that don't serve you any good. I'm going to take these moments and break them down and make them inspirational because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help people. I'm here to help you understand that you can be great. Never let anything hold you back. Never let anything hold you down. Keep moving forward. Leave that negative stuff alone. Shout out to Tactical. Says, Jay, what games you running Thursday? Tomorrow, we are doing Texans. It's Houston Texans versus the New England Patriots. And then after that, it's going to be the Seahawks and the Vikings. So we're doing that tomorrow night. Make sure that you are here for it and lock it in. Welcomer says, discrete math is trial and tribulation. Shout out to the Welcomer. It definitely can be, without a doubt. Niner Guy says, agreed, sir. Shout out to you, Niner Guy. Tactical says, Jay, I learned to set boundaries and it ran some people off. Listen, there are going to be times in your life. And you know what? I wish we had this conversation on We Need Clarity, but it is what it is. We'll have it now. There's going to be times in your life where you have to cut people off completely. That's just the reality of it. And this is for your own mentality, right? This is for your own peace. This is for your own sake, because people will drag you down that hole. They will drag you down and suck all kinds of energy out of you that made you who you are, that made you that happy person. They'll make you miserable. Misery loves company. Don't get stuck. Move forward. Keep your composure. Stay focused. And keep winning, because we are winners. That is what this stream is all about. Niner Guy says, hey, Jay, hope all has been well, sir. Love your streams and videos. Niner Guy, I am great. I am wonderful. I am loving life right now. And I'm good, man. I'm good. Football is back. And y'all know we good. We're ready to go. It's going to be a crazy season. I'm excited for it. And y'all know I'm bringing the heat. I'm without a doubt, I know I've proclaimed the moniker of being the number one football streamer on YouTube, but this year I'm coming for it. I want the trophy this year. I'm coming for the trophy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm coming for it. I'm gonna get it. Mortal doubleheader Thursday. Yeah, we're doing 2 games back to back. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be well rested, and I'm gonna make sure I have my food, my drinks, have my nutrients, and I'm gonna be ready to go. Jobless, do you like the new Lions helmets? I haven't seen them yet. There's so much going on. I haven't had a chance to look at it, but I'll check into it. Shout out to Mark Anthony, Bills Super Bowl bound. You know it, man. You know it. All right, let's get to the next story. Bucks to start, quarterback Baker Mayfield Friday, Kyle Trask next week. Listen, if y'all remember, back when Tom Brady had basically said he was going to retire, I said, you know what? I need to see Kyle Trask. And they're still holding the man back. We'll get into the story in a moment. Address these comments real quick. Shout out Tennessee Tactical, says you are the best sports streamer, period, homie. Shout out to you, Tactical. Much love, man. Sheila says, I've never associated myself with anyone that I knew were trouble. Had people tell me I was judgmental. I will say, call it what you want. Listen, let them people say what they want. We don't care what them people say. Sheila, you're a winner. That's why they said that. Listen, people always say if you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong. Let them people talk, because people will always have something to say about winners. I say let them talk. I don't care about people talking about me. Please talk more. You are fueling this amazing energy. Thank you. Thank you for the hate. Thank you for the love. I take it all and I turn it all into positive winning energy. Shout out to Patty coming through with the $10 super chat. Thanks a lot, Patty Hessett. Says, misery loves company. Don't let anyone bring you down. Exactly. That is 100% the truth, and I got to go ahead and get Ric Flair out for that one. We're rocking and rolling tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have ourselves a show. Ric Flair, where are you at? There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to you, Patty Hassett. Thank you for the $10 super chat donation. Thank you for the support. Tactical says, you said Baker Mayfield. Hi Chico says, did you see Alabama Riverboat Brawl? I did. I seen that. I actually talked about it on the last stream. It was kind of crazy. It was absolutely wild. We got into the discussion. If y'all want to talk about it again, we can. Just y'all should already know where I'm going at with that. You already know. Jonas says, wife had to call, so I missed out. She had an answer, crazy lady. Shout out to you, Jonas. Immortal says, see, Detroit already has a gimmicking with their new helmet design. I'm going to have to check it out. Niner guy, when I expelled the negative things in my life, I felt renewed and empowered, unstoppable. It was amazing. Keep positive people, actions, and especially thoughts. Listen, Niner guy, shout out to you. This is very important, and some people don't realize this, and this is why I move the way that I do. I will cut people off like that. Gone. Finito. And people always say that, well, you got to give people a chance. I do give people a chance. I have a very short window that I do give that chance, though. Because once it comes to a point where I understand that something's not for me, or something is not positive for me, or if something's not going to get me to the next level, I cut it. It's like a quick, like a hot knife through butter. It's gone. Because I can't have anything affect where I'm going. If you're not riding on the wave, you can't be on the surfboard. You got to get off. You got to go drown in the ocean. I'm on the board. I'm surfing. I'm hitting the wave. I'm riding them. You can ride with me or not. If you're riding with me, we're on the board. If you're not, then hey, find another board, because we know where this one's going. Straight to the top. All right, let's keep it going. Shout out to Shantae. Says, I had to cut a friend off from high school because she left me high and dry on most occasions. Like, if you're going to do that, forget. Exactly, Shantae. Listen, don't ever, ever, ever have someone around you that does not have your best interests, or that is going to put in the same kind of energy and the same kind of motivation that you have. Someone is for you out there, whether it be friend, relationship, whatever. It doesn't matter. The people that are for you are going to be for you, and they're going to have your back, and you won't have to fight for it. You won't have to scream and shout about it. They will naturally gravitate towards you. That's why you have to stay positive and continue being a winner. Shout out to you. Let's keep it going. Ronald says, when people talk about you, you're important. That's true. That's true. Jonas says, hey, Jay, told me to cut Immortal out of my life. I said no such thing, Jonas. All right, let's go ahead and get into this Baker Mayfield, the man that I tried not to mention that much, and Mr. Kyle Trask. Let's get into the video.
Trask is competing with Baker Mayfield for that starting quarterback job. What more can you tell us about this competition so far?
Michelle, Bucs offensive coordinator Dave Canales last week confirmed what we all were seeing in practice, that compared to 8 weeks ago, this quarterback competition has tightened considerably. In fact, the last few days, Trask has actually outperformed Baker Mayfield, and Mayfield had a rough...
See what I've been saying? There were so many people that was like, Jay, you got to believe in Baker. Baker's going to come to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and do something great. You heard what they said. Kyle Trask is doing better than Baker. And this is the man that I said they should have handed the team to after Tom Brady left. But let's keep it going.
Rough go at it there for a few days. In fact, he's up to 7 interceptions now compared to Trask's 1. However, I will say that Baker's also made a lot more plays than Trask. You will also see him taking more chances in practice. He will throw to Devin Tompkins.
So let's stop there for a second. And I'm going to address that super chat in a minute, Immortal. Shout out to you. Thank you for the support. The big thing in regards to what we see time and time again, right? A veteran quarterback, they really don't trust their rookie or someone that's been there for a few years that hasn't had much time behind the veteran. So then they'll go pull somebody else. That's going to come up.
Kyle Trask is Gator strong and I believe in him. Pirate flag. Todd Bowells needs to know Gator Nation is everywhere. Crocodile, crocodile, crocodile.
Shout out to your model. Thank you for the support, yo. But they'll go pull another veteran quarterback from somewhere else, whether it be free agency or through a trade from another team, and be like, okay, you know what? We want to see what this guy's going to do against our, rookie or that quarterback's been sitting on the bench. Well, listen, they didn't have to do that. Kyle Trask sat behind Tom Brady. If this kid didn't learn anything, then he doesn't deserve to be on the field at all. But let's keep it going. Immortal says Kyle Trask is Gator strong. I believe in him. Todd Bowells needs to know Gator Nation is everywhere. Shout out to you, Immortal. Thank you for the $5 super chat. You're absolutely right. I think Kyle Trask will do amazing things for these Buccaneers. Give the kid a shot. Let's keep it going.
In double coverage for 50-plus yards and actually make that shot in the Bucs indoor facility a couple days ago. He is more likely to take chances downfield, try new things in practice, whereas Trask has been a little more conservative. You haven't seen him hit those deep shots, but he's not having the turnovers. He's often checking down or scrambling. And so I asked head coach Todd Bowles about that, because one thing I've heard from some of the folks in Cleveland is that Baker does tend to perform better under the lights. And I asked Bowles, well, how do you weigh the way guys are performing in practice versus games? And he said it's not one or the other. It's all cumulative. But I talked to Baker, and he admitted he did not have his best days of practice. He said he really needed to get back to his basics, really hone in on his fundamentals, particularly his footwork.
So guess what? I'm not applying for the quarterback that's going out there and just doing wild stuff and throwing the ball up and getting picked 7-8 times. I'm looking at you, Dak. I posted that video earlier. You guys should have seen that. It was absolutely ridiculous. Like I said, I'm choosing the guy that's playing a little bit more conservative, the one that's not throwing the picks, the one that's making the right plays, making the right decisions. That sounds like a quarterback that's been paying attention. Not just going out there and saying, hey, let me just chuck up the ball and see what happens. Shout out to you, Jacqueline. That's what I'm looking at. When you hear Baker Mayfield threw 7 interceptions, it sounds like he's just throwing anything up to see what's going to happen. Kyle Trask checking the ball down, not taking sacks, not throwing interceptions, making plays, being conservative. That sounds like the guy that you want to go out there and play for you and start to potentially win some games. But let's get into it. Tampa Bay Buccaneers tightly contested quarterback competition will see Baker Mayfield get the start Friday night in the Bucs preseason opener against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Coach Todd Bowles. Yes, it's that kind of night. Announced the move Wednesday, saying Kyle Trask will get the start in preseason week 2 at the New York Jets. That'll be a good one. Baker will start this week. Kyle will start next week, and we'll kind of go from there, said Bowles. who has kept in open competition throughout training camp and won't declare a starter until sometime after the second preseason game. The plan is to give both players equal reps. When asked whether there was a particular reason the coaching staff chose to go with Mayfield first, Bowles said, "Not really, just go in and switch them out, have them get their turn." Listen, I'm glad we're getting to see this. But it's kind of interesting because I do think that the Steelers has a stronger defense than the Jets. So Baker will get tested. I would have preferred to actually probably switch it. Start Kyle Trask, go against the tougher defense in the Steelers, and then let Baker go against the Jets, because this would really prove to me or everyone else that Kyle Trask is the one to go with. But, hey, obviously I'm not the coach. They decided to make this decision, and we'll just see how it goes. But I'm excited to see what happens, obviously, with Baker Mayfield and the Steelers, and obviously, more importantly, Kyle Trask and the Jets, because that's going to be huge for him. So, yeah. Shout out to you, Myrtle. Shante says, lots of interceptions. We'll see. Jonas says, not taking chances could also lead to a strip sack too. Can't hold the ball forever. But they're not saying that happened. It's not like he's running a play and they just immediately blew the whistle. They're letting that thing roll out. They're seeing what's going to happen. And he hasn't had strip sacks. So let the man ball. Let the man ball. Let's keep it going. Mayfield, who was the number 1 pick in 2018 and led the Cleveland Browns to their first playoff victory in 26 years back in 2020, was the heavy favorite entering training camp. But Trask, the Bucs' second-round draft pick out of the University of Florida in 2021, has shown significant improvement since the team's mandatory minicamp in June, particularly when it comes to taking care of the football. His posture and poise and the pocket have improved, as his understanding of new offensive coordinator Dave Canales' system, which Mayfield may have been able to grasp more quickly. Now that Trask has caught up, his edge might be in his knowledge of Bowles' defense, one he has seen the past 2 years despite limited reps behind Tom Brady and Blaine Gabbert. Making their preseason games and joint practice next week at the Jets a great barometer for each quarterback. Trask has managed to throw just 4 interceptions in camp, with 3 coming on Tuesday, whereas Mayfield has thrown 9 interceptions. This is your veteran quarterback, with turnovers being one of the biggest points of emphasis for the coaching staff. After a particular rough day for both players Tuesday, Wednesday was a turnover-free day. Trask had back-to-back touchdowns to tight end Cade Otton, and Mayfield hit wide receiver Mike Evans and tight end Dominique Daphne for touchdowns at the goal line, with what had been a third touchdown to Dave Wells dropped. Listen, I'm excited to see what happens with both these guys. May the best man win, which I think is going to be Kyle Trask, but we'll see. We shall see. Shout out to you guys. Jones says no quarterbacks getting sacked by their defense is training camp. They're not just standing there. Come on now. They're not just standing there, man. You want to talk about camp and scrimmage? Do I got to go back to that Cowboys Dak Prescott training camp video? Let's talk about those interceptions he was throwing, bro. You can't say nothing about Purdy right now because Mr. Dak Prescott was looking absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. So, yeah. Shout out to Duke. What up, yo? This is Trask for the W. All right. Next up. Getting into these Bills Mafia. Y'all know I'm Bills Mafia through thick and thin. And the bottom line is this. I don't think it's going to be an easy year. I think it's going to be tough. There's going to be some games where we definitely get tested. But to say that the Bills will be a disappointment this year, what is wrong with you? Why? Why the disrespect? Why the hit pieces? Let's get into it. See what they're talking about. It goes on to say in the Bills Wire, USA Today, Buffalo Bills likely to disappoint in 2023. Okay. Let's get into the story. The Buffalo Bills are one of the teams in the NFL that pundits and fans alike expect them to make it to the playoffs in 2023, at the very least, yes. Yes, the championship at the very least. While Buffalo plans to make it to the Super Bowl for the first time since the 93 season, some believe that the Bills will fall short of their expectations. I don't believe that at all. A recent article by Bleacher Report said that Buffalo is one of 5 teams in the league named that are most likely to disappoint this upcoming season. As shown in the article, the Bills over-under wins for wins in 2023 is 10.5. It seems that Bleacher Report expects Buffalo to struggle during the season. This is really interesting. History seems to favor the Bills, as over the past 4 seasons, Buffalo is 47-18. It's a great record. It's not bad at all. And has won at least 10 games in each of those campaigns. Most of the point, the Bills have made it to the playoffs each of their past 4 years. Has your team did that? But have varied levels of success in the postseason. Here's why Bleacher Report believes the Buffalo will disappoint next season. The Bills have been one of the most consistent teams over the last half-decade and entered each of the last few seasons as one of the Super Bowl favorites, but they've underwhelmed down the stretch and failed to break through in each of them. After making just a single AFC Championship game appearance in the 5 postseason trips since ending a 17-year playoff drought in 2017, the Bills could be sliding back towards irrelevance soon. Oh, my goodness. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? This sounds like a Kansas City fan. Yeah, this is a Kansas City fan. While they still have one of the NFL's best quarterbacks in Josh Allen, the rest of the roster is starting to show its age and may soon sharply decline. The defense is relying on numerous players on the wrong side of 30, including star safety duo Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde. What? You're going to hate on some of the greatest safeties in the league right now? Because they were injured? Like they're not going to come out and ball this year? Wow. Continuing on. Top edge rusher Von Miller is entering his age 34 campaign as is in danger of a drop-off, especially after his 2022 season was cut short with an ACL tear. Miller isn't the only key Buffalo defender who has been dealing with serious injuries, as star corner Tre'Davious White has been sidelined for 17 games over the last 2 years. Listen, this definitely is a hit piece by a Kansas City fan. That's just the reality of it. Listen, the pieces have always been there for the Bills for the last 4 or 5 years, right? Now, if we're going to break things down and if we're really going to look at one of the biggest issues that I seen was Leslie Frazier. Just making terrible mistake after terrible mistake, allowing us to get ran over in the middle. That was one of the biggest issues that I had that just made me cringe even now thinking about it, is not making the necessary adjustments and the changes that they needed to the middle of the field. If they would have stopped that run last year, a lot of those games would have been won by the Bills. And then who knows, obviously, what would have happened in the playoffs, in the postseason. But the biggest issues that was on the defense. Now, we obviously expected Josh Allen and company to do what they do. But once again, they were in the top 5 for the most points scored in each game last year. Shout out to Bob. I know you guys are going to do it. It says AFC least. Oh, my goodness. We all know that the Bills are going to be number 1. Then it's going to be Miami. And then the Jets. And then the Patriots. That's what we know. Shout out to Perry, says it's just as funny, Jay. The Bills will probably, yes, they will. Shout out there, says they said my team was likely to disappoint too, which is the Ravens. But when I heard the Bills, I was upset for you, Jay. Shout out to you, Shantae. Listen, they come with the heat, the hurt pieces, the hit pieces, yo. Yeah, we definitely got to smash tables. So listen, Ed Oliver, Greg Russo, Von Miller, Tre'Davious White, Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, all these guys All these guys are definitely big pieces of the Bills. I think with them being healthy, coming back, having that drive, having that grit, that determination to say, hey, this is our year. We're going to go out and we're going to ball. We're going to do what we're supposed to. And we're going to get to the chip. I believe it. Not just because I'm a fan, but because the pieces are there. Listen, this is chess. Okay? It's not checkers. The pieces are there. We're going to the Super Bowl. And I'm going to keep saying that until it doesn't happen. But it's going to happen. Shout out to Forrest Green. Says, who was the hack that wrote it? Yeah, that's. Let me see if they got a name on. Hold on. Sharif Phillips Keaton. No, maybe that's a picture. Actually, no. Let me click on it. Let me see here. Here we go. We'll look at. Yeah, we're gonna look at the last 5 stories that Sharif Phillips Keaton has wrote. So here we go. Buffalo Bills likely to disappoint in 23. Before that, it was NFL coach not sure Bills Josh Allen can consistently win as a passer. That's number 2. Number 3, Bills GM Brandon Beane. Von Miller playing week 1 is definitely a possibility. Bills predicted to miss the 23 playoffs. Yeah. I can, and that was, and then before that, it was Bill's biggest reason for optimism heading into training camp is Josh Allen. So yeah, we see where this is going. We see where this, what this individual wants to write about the Bills. So listen, that's why this whole media thing is the way that it is right now, especially with ESPN and with Barstool Sports and all that kind of stuff. Listen, content is king. If you know how to write, if you have a personality, if you got a microphone and a camera, get in front of the camera and start talking about sports because anybody can do it. These articles show it. Anybody can do this. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Shout out to you guys. Still no respect for those Pats? No, there is no respect for those Pats. Shout out to Happy Faces. Definitely AFC East and AFC North will be the most competitive. I am excited for it. I'm ready for it, man. Hi Chego says Sharif was my neighbor in Foxborough. Well, there you go. It's a Patriots fan, right? Shout out to you guys. Niner guy, damn, talk about cutting negative people out of your life. We can start there, right? Look at these negative articles, right? Cut that out. Get that out of your life. Immortal says AI can write much better content, right? You know, and AI is going to be positive about it. You know, they said that like AI, when AI writes content, 90% of it's like positive. It's kind of interesting. Even the computers know that we should be more positive. Like they'll take the worst story ever and try to like make it positive some way, somehow. It's kind of weird, but they do. Shout out to Jobless. Says I spent 2 days on an animation and I only got 8 views. Jay, I am tired. Jobless, what's up, man? You do animation videos? That's what's going on with you. Shout out to Sheila coming through with the $5 super chat. Shout out to you, Sheila. Thank you for the $5 super chat donation. Thank you for the support. Much love. Yeah, I mean, he says yes. All right. You know what? I'm gonna give you some time, Jobless. Y'all know I look out. I'm not a hater. I look out for the small guys because I was once small myself. I come from humble beginnings. Let's see what we got here. Jobless, I'm trying to find your channel, but you have a very, very generic name. How can I find your video? What's the title of it? I'll try to help you out. See what's going on. Give me the title of what your video is so I can search for it. While he's doing that, you guys excited for tomorrow? I'm definitely excited for tomorrow. Doubleheader, Thursday night football as we get back to the preseason. All right. Jobless 896. Okay, cool. Here we go. 34 subscribers. Let's look at the video. Fredbear birthday? Is that it? Is that the last one you did? Fredbear? Okay. All right, cool. All right, let's pull this up. See what you got going on here.
Happy birthday, baby. Your birthday.
Let me see if I can pull this up here. See what you got, Jobless. Let me just rewind this a little bit.
Happy birthday, baby. Your birthday candle. Make the Lord
All right, so I mean, y'all know I'm real. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything for you. This isn't my style. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be into this kind of stuff. But hey, if you feel like you want to do animation, there's definitely a crowd for it. I mean, you saying that this is your second one, so I would just say, you know, keep at it, keep going, perfect the craft, and then basically at that point, just, you know, keep going. That's the biggest thing. YouTube is you know, let's get into it. You know, we a lot of people always ask me about YouTube and stuff like that. The bottom line is this: YouTube is very difficult. YouTube is very difficult for a couple of reasons. I'll start by saying this. I wouldn't recommend anybody to do YouTube who doesn't understand what the meaning of ethic means, work ethic, or having one, right? A lot of people think because they see a video that has, you know, 100,000 views or 1 million views that it was very simple for that to happen. At the end of the day, there's so much work and so much energy that goes into running a channel, creating content, knowing your niche, understanding as far as, you know, how to be personable. All this stuff comes into play. Before you pick up the camera, before you pick up a microphone, before you even make an idea or something to talk about, you basically want to see, you know, not only if there's people searching for what you're doing, but what kind of audience you're trying to appeal to. So if you want to do animation, right, go look at what other animation channels are doing, right? Use that as kind of like a guideline. Figure out what they're doing. Don't take their content, but you can kind of understand their strategy, right? Look at their strategy, see what they're doing, how often they're posting, what kind of animation content they're posting, see what their viewers like, and then kind of say, okay, I want to do this, but in my own way. Do what you do, perfect your craft, keep uploading, be consistent with it, and, you know, tell a story. You know, if you're doing it for a hobby, that's fine. I even say for people who are doing stuff as a hobby, I mean, this is my hobby. You know, actually, I mean, I'll say it's more serious now than what it was, but this is still my hobby. It's what I love. It's definitely a passion of mine. So if you actually love it and it's something that you really want to do it at 100%. Don't do it at 5%. Don't do it at 10%. Do it at 100%. Because whether or not it's something that you love as a hobby or whether or not it's something that you're truly passionate about, it's only going to work if you actually put in the work for it to be something. A lot of people want to start a channel. They want to have conversations with me. A lot of people hit me up, ask me questions. They want coaching calls and things like that. Guess what? I say, all right, give me a call this specific day. This is what it costs for the coaching call. I may get, out of 10 people who hit me up with those emails, 2 people that are actually serious. You know why? Because people look at the work that it takes and then they change their mind immediately. And I don't blame them, because it's not easy. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to be successful on YouTube. 97%. Remember that number. All right? 97% of YouTube channels are not successful. 97%. There's millions of YouTube channels. So keep that into perspective. So, shout out to the Welcomer, says, my friend started his YouTube channel as a hobby. He wanted to make videos on Napoleon's Italian campaigns since epic history never covered them. Listen, that's how it starts. There's so many different channels. You got people who, these guys doing like computer parts, right? They'll show you how to put your computer together. They'll show you how to fix Windows, and they'll do tech reviews and all that kind of stuff. You got people who, there's like lawyers out here who talk about different things as far as cases. They'll watch a case that's on TV and then basically break it down and give their own expertise on it and stuff like that. There's so many different niches. You got sports. You could talk about just football. You could talk about high level football, just specifically analytics and stats. You can talk about just betting. There's so many different things you can do, but when you figure it out and when you run with it and you actually take it serious and you treat it just like anything else in your life with care, passion, commitment, right? If you don't remember anything else that I said to you today about being a winner or anything like that, remember the word commitment. That's to anything. Committed to your friends, committed to your family, committed to your work, committed to your craft, everything. Actually commit to it, and then you'll be great at it. And that's what I'm going to leave that on. So, yeah. Shout out to the Welcomer, says, which takes being passionate about what you're doing. Exactly. Tennessee Tactical says, 2 years I've been at it. Haven't broke 900 subs yet. I love it. I'm helping people. Shout out to you, Tactical. Man, listen. Keep it going. You know, shout out to you, Lutz. Lucy, you know I'm your friend. Yeah, Tactical, just keep going, man. Keep going. Listen, I'll tell you this. As much as for some of you remember, me and Tom, shout out to Tom Grassi. Me and Tom actually got into it for a brief moment. Some of you remember it. It was very petty. It was very petty why me and Tom Grassi got into it. But I respect him now. We had our little issue. We got over it. But one day, I went over on his channel, basically showed him some love, and Tom's a big reason why I became so committed as I did. Some of you don't know that. He basically was like, you know, keep going, keep grinding, and you're going to be great. And there's people that you guys are going to look up to. There's people that you're going to, you know, obviously want to be better than at some point in your career. And that was my gauge. That was like me, like, you know, I want to be better than Tom. But it wasn't about being better than Tom. It was about me being better and being the best in general. And that's when you understand, you know, it's not just about the numbers. It's not just about, you know, the money and all that stuff. It's actually about having the passion to be great. And that's why I became who I am today. So shout out to Tom. I'm still better than you, Tom, if you've watched this. Shout out to Wendy. What's up, Wendy? Says, hey, Jade, everyone go Bills. Bills Mafia in the house. Let's go, yo. Ronald said, commitment and consistency is the key to success. Don't give up. Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's me, Matt. What up, man? Oh, we covered a lot, bro. We covered a lot. Mortal says, just be the best. Yeah, man, that's it. just go out there, stay humble. Y'all know I'm very humble. I love everybody. I look out as much as I can. And, the bottom line is I'm very competitive too, very competitive, dominant. And at the end of the day, when you look at, any kind of opportunity, not just even from YouTube, I've been very competitive on the work front, when I, was, working different jobs and things like that. Even in my business now, highly, highly competitive. And, that's never going to change. That just makes me who I am. Shout out to Tactical says, oh, snap, Tom gave you the go-ahead. That's dope. Yeah, Tom's cool, yo. I respect Tom. He does. Listen, one thing about Tom, in which he actually motivated me to do as well, in which come the regular season we're actually going to start doing, Tom raises a lot of money for charity. Like, this man has raised so much money for charity. It's absolutely ridiculous. And that's one of the reasons why I respect him, because he's raised hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars for charity. And I said, okay, once we go ahead and get to a point of, getting the channel to a level that I could do that we would start doing charity streams. So that's something that, we're definitely going to start doing as well, to give back to, communities and things like that. Roswell, St. Jude's, all that kind of stuff, because that's very, very, very important. Last year I did something for, the Buffalo City Mission, and a lot of the stuff obviously doesn't need to be televised and highlighted, because if you're going to do something, do it from your heart. But it's good to let people know that, you're giving back, which is something that we do here. So not only do I give back to you guys, I help out the community as well. So, yeah. Shout out to Immortal. Says Tom will have a brutal season. I'm coming for that spot, yo. Definitely coming for that spot. It's me, Matt. Says, can I get a summary as to why the Bills may disappoint? There was a article that USA Today had dropped that we just went over. I'll put a link to it in the chat so you can read it. So, yeah, you can check it out. Ronald says, that's good, Jay. I will support. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, without a doubt. Tactical says, all my friends have huge mortgages. I will never pay a mortgage again. Give yourselves debt-free, y'all. Yeah, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. So I'll be done with mine soon, living scot-free. And things will hopefully be a little easier for Jay. Niner guy says, Tom's awesome for a Packer fan. Yeah, he's great. He's great. I love his energy. He has a good time over there. They're doing great things. They had a good little network. So, yeah, without a doubt. Shout out to you guys. We had a great stream. Yeah, we're at just under an hour 58 minutes. I'm just chilling with you guys. I ain't really got nothing else to do. It's still early. It's only 8:40. I'm chilling. I do gotta check on this message real quick though. Got some stuff going on. Look at these. Picture of my son, Lil J. Funny story. So, you guys know, when we get into these streams and all that stuff, like, it gets crazy. We haven't had we did. We had the last wild stream was probably the Super Bowl, where we had like a bunch of the trolls and all that stuff. For those who don't know, for the regular, when we get into these streams and preseason and the regular season, we thrive off of the trolls. We love the trolls. As much as I say that I hate it and all the garbage that we go through, it's a fun time. It's such a fun time. When we got 10,000 people in here and everything's jumping and we can't even monitor or we can't even mod the chat because it's just going crazy. Those are when, like, it's really, really fun. It's really nuts. The game's going absolutely wild. And, we normally have a high pressure, intense, close score game. And that's what I'm looking forward to the most, Yeah, so Matt said, we're talking about Grassi. Yeah. Young still. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, without a doubt. Niner guy says, I trust YouTube content creators more than I do national media. Listen, here's what's wild. So ESPN is basically moving away from cable. If you guys haven't been watching, ESPN is basically moving away from cable. And they're moving more so towards this kind of content. So it's kind of interesting because, when I chose to get into this, which was basically like 3 years ago, I wasn't thinking about, what it was going to be. I just was a guy that wanted to talk about football and have fun and, all that kind of stuff. And then, I remember I was in here talking. I remember at one point I was in here talking myself to 2 or 3 people. But I was just, having fun with it and the love of the game. And now everybody wants to be on YouTube. YouTube's offering Sunday ticket now. The Pat McCaffrey show got picked up by ESPN for $100 million. Now, I told you guys before I would never sell out to a big corporation like that. Obviously, if an offer was on the table for something like that, I would have to keep my same situation. I would not want to change as far as, who I am, what I talk about, my ability to talk freely the way that I can, and all that kind of stuff. But there's changes happening. I don't know what this is going to be like in 3 or 4 years. But what I do know is that we've built a great community. We're going to keep it going, and we're going to keep it the way that it is. 100%. So no one can ever be like, yo, Jay, you switched up, or Jay changed, or nah. You guys know. From my day ones, especially the Wrench Gang, you guys know I've been the same person from the first stream y'all met me to this day. It's never changed. And I never will. So the guy that you see is the guy that you get. And I'm just like this in real life. I don't change. Forrest Green says, don't pass up the bag if the chance comes, Jay. Listen, right, within reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, within reason, the bag can come and it's like, hey, all right, like, if it makes sense, then, it makes sense. But obviously I'm not ever gonna sell out. A lot of these guys who are those big media conglomerates and all that kind of stuff, they can't talk freely how we talk. They can't have conversations just openly and talk about different stuff. They have to answer to somebody. Now, granted, at some point, yeah, there is a certain level that you have to play by rules on YouTube because of terms and guidelines, and you got to play by certain rules. But not at those same kind of rules that people have to follow over at ESPN or for Disney, because Disney owns ESPN. And that's just the reality of it. Duke says, off topic, who will be president in 24? He wanted to go there. Listen, I'll tell you this. Not Biden. I'll tell you that. Shout out to Lutz who says, replace them cowgirls. Mortal's I'm getting a Tremaine Edmonds jersey. Shout out to you, Mortal. I'm about to check those out, yo. Tactical says you're gonna have the silver play button. That's what the next few weeks looks like. Man, now listen, if it happens, I'm excited for it. It's definitely gonna happen. When it does happen, I'm all for it, and I'm excited to share that with you guys, because I know it's gonna be a moment to share with each and every one of you, because you guys helped make it happen. 100%. So. Shout out to Duke, says facts, Jay Biden is done. Yeah, he's done, man. He's done. I was looking at a video and an article. They had pulled up all the ages of like senators and all that kind of stuff, the people who like run the country, and like the majority of them were over like 80 years old. It was like some high astronomical number. It was absolutely ridiculous. I'm not going to get too much into the politics, but yeah, there needs to be some changes, and I don't think we need many more 80-year-olds running the country. So yeah. Shout out to you, Niner guy. I know, bro. I know. We'll get away with that or get away from that. But you guys understand. Shout out to you guys who know about We Need Clarity. I've been in the zone as far as different things as far as that goes. And that may be another opportunity that we approach. I've been looking into that so that we can talk about these other topics that we try to veer away from when we have the sports. But yeah, We Need Clarity is probably going to come back maybe in the next few weeks or so. I'm just trying to figure out how I can do, a schedule in regards to that, especially with football coming, because there's stuff that we do need to talk about, but I definitely got to keep this football going, because that's what's important. That's our bread and butter here. So yeah. Tactical says, We Need Clarity, good stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah, great conversations, life conversations. I love it. I love it. Bob says, I was waiting to talk about the invisible. Yeah, we'll chop it up. Let's see. Has anything changed? Has anything breaking happened since wow, the Phillies are up 7-0. Crushed the Nationals. Unbelievable. What are we at? Go over into this NFL. What do we got here? Oh, here we go. Here's something new. Here is something new. Obviously, Bills Stadium construction. Well, it says the team's going to be in the hook for as much as $300 million in cost overruns. Yeah, we'll get into that tomorrow. How about this one though? Let's get into this one real quick before we wrap things up. Jets sense frustration from Aaron Rodgers' offense after spotty practice. Ooh, what do we got here? Aaron Rodgers facing a different team for the first time as a New York Jets quarterback got a little sampling of what the playing position was like for his predecessors. Let me sip some water on this. Shout out to Ronald J for President 2024. Let's go, yo. Rodgers was pressured by the Carolina Panthers pass rush in a joint practice Wednesday, and it is a spotty day for the Jets offense with an ugly 3-and-out in a 2-minute drill. Perhaps for the first time, Rodgers' teammates sense frustration from the new quarterback. Is the real Aaron Rodgers coming out? That happy guy that changed his whole attitude that we've seen for the last month? The new person that they've been talking about? Is the old Aaron Rodgers? Is the diva back? Here we go. I sense frustration from everybody. Everybody on the O-line. Aaron, the coaches. Center Connor McGovern said, you can't go 3-and-out in a 2-minute drive like that. I think there was disappointment from the whole team. Before a larger-than-usual crowd at Wofford College, 10,217 tickets were distributed. Rodgers was flushed from the pocket on his final 2 plays and threw incomplete passes. An abrupt end to the end of the day for the Jets' first-string offense. Ooh, the first-string offense. Not doing good against the Panthers? Well, now. Meanwhile, Panthers rookie quarterback Bryce Young marched the length of the field in the 2-minute drill for a field goal against the Jets' defensive starters. What? Are you kidding me? So Aaron Rodgers, Mr. possibly going to be in the Hall of Fame on a new team, turning the Jets into the New York Packers, had an issue and is frustrated because Bryce Young took care of business and he couldn't? This is bad. This is very bad, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. I thought we maybe didn't have the same type of energy as Carolina for whatever reason, the start of practice, Rodgers said, but I thought there was some good things. A lot of learning tape out there. I thought it was good to be out there against a different defense. I thought we handled the front pretty well in the run game, pass game. there were some issues. Are we already making excuses? Are we already making excuses, Rodgers? I cannot wait until the Broncos and the Jets game. I cannot wait for that game. Specifically, forget what Sean Payton had to say, because Aaron Rodgers decided to come and stick up for Nathaniel Hackett. That's why I want to see that game so bad. If the Jets go down and lose to those Broncos, it's going to be a hell of a day. I promise you. It is going to be a hell of a day, and that will be the day that I talk about Aaron Rodgers the whole day. You guys will get sick of me talking about it. It will be nothing but nonstop memes and jokes if the Jets lose to the Broncos. I promise you. I promise you. Shout out to Niner Guy. Yeah, man, the New York Packers. You already know. Since arriving in April, Rodgers has been patient and encouraging with his new teammates as they try to learn a new playbook. According to the players, he's one of only 4 players with experience in offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett's offense. At some point, though, Rodgers' patience might start to wear thin. Who gives a damn about Rodgers' patience? Are you kidding me? I already see where this is going. I can't wait till we start the season, y'all. Y'all been hyping up these Jets. The writing is almost on the wall. It is almost on the wall. If they lose in the next preseason game, shout out to Safari. What up, yo? LA Safari, the building, Wrench Gang in the house. The Jets were without 3 injured starters on offense: wide receiver Garrett Wilson ankle, running back Breece Hall, and left tackle Dwayne Brown shoulder. They're also dealing with some moving parts on the offensive line, which is considered the biggest question mark on the team. All right, we're not going to keep going in this. We see that they're coming with all kinds of excuses as to why Aaron Rodgers is having a tough time. The Diva, Mr. Diva, who went to New York, purchased that $9 million, or went to New Jersey, purchased that $9 million mansion, who was all smiles just a week ago, is now frustrated. My goodness. Shout out to Ronald, says, Jay, is there an update on the Alabama brawl situation? Aaron Rodgers should have been in that brawl. Aaron Rodgers would have been the first person to get hit with that chair if he was in that brawl. He would have been the one to get hit with that chair on that brawl. He would have been down on the ground. He would have been smacked in his head with that chair, WWE style. Ric Flair, where you at? There you go. Shout out to Sheila, says Rodgers is a jerk. He's done too many mushrooms. Shantae says, always thought Aaron Rodgers appeared to be fake as soon as he got to the Jets. Yes. 100%. We seen it. We all seen it. He was all smiles. It was, I'm gone from the Packers. It's a new team. I'm a new quarterback. No, you're still the same Aaron Rodgers, diva. You are the same man, just in a different uniform. Come on. You can't fool me. You can't fool Jay. I know the real you, Aaron. We know the real you. Listen, we're not Tyra Banks, Rodgers. We're not rooting for you. Yo, we're having ourselves a show tonight. We're having ourselves a show. Shout out to Safari, says it's too early in the season for this. Listen, I got to give it to y'all real. You know, we cooking tonight. Let's keep it going. Says, I feel like the interior has been a bright spot, Pretty consistent for us, both the first and second group, Rodgers said. We just need a little more consistency on the edge. Rodgers, who didn't play last week in the Hall of Fame game, also won't be playing in Saturday's game against the Panthers. Why? Why not, Rodgers? Are you too good of a veteran quarterback to play in a preseason game? Do you want to go out there and just call deep bombs for Zach Wilson? Is that what it is? Are you scared to get hit, Rodgers? Where my Friday fans at? Go home, Roger. Where my Friday fans at? Go home, Roger. My goodness. All right, let me calm down. I'm sure I'm scaring somebody right now. Somebody's like, "Yo, Jay is off the rocker tonight." I have not had an alcoholic beverage, ladies and gentlemen. I am high on life. All right. Rodgers had some kind words for Young, the number 1 pick in this year's draft, calling himself a fan of the 2021 Heisman Trophy winner's playing style and offering some career advice when asked by a reporter. Be gentle with yourself. It's a long journey, Rodgers said. It feels like every little snap in practice is the end of the world if it doesn't go right. While you're at it, just take some shrooms. You'll be good. It's just not true. It's a long, long journey. It's about holding on to your confidence and enjoying the ride, enjoying the little things every day. But I think he's got a great head on his shoulders, and he'll be just fine. Young said he met Rodgers for the first time during pre-practice warm-ups. When you talk about Aaron Rodgers, he had so much success for so long, Young said. Any advice that he gives, I'll definitely be receptive to and listen to. Bryce Young, he didn't really tell you anything, man. He just told you to be safe and enjoy the little things in life. Whatever you took from that in regards to your football career, hey, more power to you. But I don't think you got more from that than you would have got from talking to a 5-year-old child. But hey, that's just me. Shout out to Safari. Says, I totally missed this gang. Shout out to you, yo. Moro says, hi on those paper lions too. Duke says, damn, I thought Jay hated Tua. He straight up hates the Rodgers. I don't hate Rodgers. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm be real with y'all. You know, it's all jokes. It's all love. Aaron Rodgers is a veteran quarterback. He's great, right? I'm sure he'll be in the Hall of Fame one day. I don't hate Rodgers. I just dislike the fact that he's a diva. That's what I don't like. I don't hate anybody, right? I don't even hate my worst enemy. I just don't like the things that they do. I just don't like Rodgers being a diva. I don't like how he left the Packers because he didn't want to develop his rookies, right? I don't like how he left Jordan Love to take over the Packers when, in all reality, he didn't want to help Love develop and become the quarterback that he needed to become as a backup. He felt like it wasn't his job to go out there and help them young men. He was just supposed to go out there in the field and throw the ball to people that didn't really know or understand what he expected on the field. But you're not going to teach these people how to play? Really, Rodgers? That's my problem. That's the issue that I've had with Aaron. But yet he wants to give career advice to Bryce Young. I'll wait. Shout out to Rick. Rodgers is going to destroy your Bills, Jay. Can't wait for that game. Listen, Rick, be here for that. Rick, I'm sure you'll be here for that. And I can't wait. You know what? Matter of fact, where's my snipping tool at? Rick, I am literally screenshotting your comment right now. Remember, I don't forget stuff. I'm saving your comment right now so that when they play, I get to put this right up on the screen. Right there. See? Right there. I screenshotted it. I screenshotted it. So when them Jets play them Bills, you going to have to eat these words, my friend. You going to have to eat these words. Shout out to Jonas. Says, be honest, if you was $1 billion owner, would you want Rodgers to play and get hurt before the season starts? Come on, Jonas. You know I know better than that. Right? You just spend all this money on this man. You don't want him to go out there and get hurt. You don't want him to break an ankle. Right? You don't want him to twist his knee. You don't want his wrist to get broke. You know he's probably getting osteoporosis right now, right? It's about that time. Old man setting in, yo. Jonas says, well, last year, the Jets did beat the Bills, too. Okay. What that mean? Did the Jets make it to the playoffs? The Jets ain't going to beat the Bills this year, man. I would be surprised if the Jets even have a winning record this year. That's how far I'm going to take it. That's how far I'm going to take it. Shout out to Safari. Said, not the osteoporosis. Yes. Yes, we bringing out the words. We bringing out the words. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 25 people in the house, 27 likes. We need 3 more to hit 30. Make sure you're smashing that like, that thumbs up. You're rocking with your boy Jay tonight. Got ourselves a show. Rick says, now you talking crazy. Rick, you made me do it. You made me go there. You was hating my Aaron Rodgers talk, and you had to throw Bills into the conversation. You know better to do that. You, of all people, know better to do that. They got Jay riled up. You know the hoodie on tonight. You know the hoodie on. Don't make me tie it up. Because when I have to tie it up, it's a whole different ballgame. Y'all ain't seen this version of Jay. Y'all ain't seen the hoodie tied up Jay yet. When y'all see the hoodie tied up Jay, oh my goodness, it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. Don't get me started, yo. Had to poke the bear. Yo. Shout out to Prairie Tom. Says, when I throw my hat in the air, Jay, it's time to get it on. You already know. Yo, where's it at? I gotta find the meme. Wait a second. Hold on. Oh, I gotta find it. Oh. Yo, when you throw that hat in the air, it's time. It's go time. I gotta find that meme now. Y'all killing me. We having ourselves a show tonight. Come on. Where's it at? I gotta go back a little bit. Here we go. Here it is. I got it, ladies and gentlemen. I got it. Listen, if that hat go up in the air, that means it's go time. When that hat come off, that means it's time for the people to come out the woodwork. It means it's time for you to hop off the boat. You better swim to shore because it is time for the brawl. When that hat comes off, that means it is time to throw down. It is time to go. Yo, look at the dude. He's burnt. He's burnt, yo, from the sun. Look at Look at the sunburn, yo. Why I got the sunburn on? done. Oh my goodness. This is unbelievable. I got to get some water. Oh my goodness. Listen, when that hat go up in the air, make sure you got yourself a chair. Don't bring a gun, don't bring anything else. Just bring chairs. It's going down. It's going down. Bring yourself a chair and your people. That's it. That's all you need. You don't need nothing else. Oh, man. All right, let me get this out of here before I make somebody mad. Jay, you're going to talk about that story now? No, we already talked about it. Rick says, sad thing is I'm looking like that sunburnt dude. Don't make me throw that hat, yo. Shout out to Bob Evans coming through with the $5 super chat. Let's go, yo. Shout out to you, Bob, coming through with the $5 super chat donation. Thank you for the support, my friend. Thank you for the love. Thank you, sir. Wrench Gang coming through in the house. Wrench Gang showing the love. Shantae says, would you fight a man with sunburn? I mean, if he asked for it. You know? Like, it depends. Like, if I know he, like, really could fight, then, like, I might take him serious. But if I know he can't really fight, I'm going to just slap the shit out of his chest. Like, smack all over his back. I'm going to just slap him. I ain't even going to punch him. I'm going to just slap his whole body because I know that's going to hurt way worse than me hitting him with this right hook. I'm going to just slap the shit out of him and get it over with, yo. It's going to be sunburn and hand burns all over his body when I'm done. And he going to cry at home. There it is. Shout out to Jonas says, we'll all laugh with Jay if the Jets win that division. It's not going to happen, my friend. I know you're praying for the downfall of the Bills, but it's not going to happen. Shout out to you guys for getting us to that 30 likes, 30 thumbs up. It is much, much appreciated. I do thank you all for the support. So, yeah. Shout out to you, Sheila. Says got to check on the fur babies. All right. Shout out to you, Sheila. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Much love to the Rich Gang. Safari says, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. No, like I said, if he can't fight, it's all slaps. It's all slaps. Duke says, if the Cook goes to the Jets, then I'll start to worry. Yeah, that could change up some things, right? Having Dalvin Cook changes a lot. It definitely changes a lot. So, yeah, then we'll have something else to talk about if the Jets pick up Cook. But for right now, according to this sample, I'm not worried about the Jets at all. You know, Aaron Rodgers is frustrated, so it says everything I need to know as far as how this Jets season is going to go. He's already whining. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, we had ourselves a great show. You guys. What, Bob coming through again with another $5 super chat? Let's go. Woo! Shout out to you, Bob. Says this is for the jobless, his donation. Shout out to you, Bob. Shout out to you for looking for jobless. Thank you for the support, jobless. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the $5. Bob coming through, showing love. Shout out to all you guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys had a great show. I will see you all tomorrow night. Back at it, 7 p.m. We got ourselves the Houston Texans.
This is for jobless, his donation.
The Houston Texans versus the New England Patriots. No, I don't respect the Patriots, but we'll be watching them tomorrow and having a good time. And then after that, it's going to be the Vikings, Minnesota Vikings, and your Seattle Seahawks. I'm excited to see those with you guys tomorrow. We'll have a good time. Make sure that you smash that like, that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Jay, the best NFL streamer on YouTube. Have a good night, y'all. Peace out. Stop it, Jonas. You seen those interceptions he threw. And I'm leaving the stream just like that, too, since you wanted to go there. Dak looked terrible. Go watch that video. Peace out, y'all. Good night.